wonderful. Well, Dr. Russ, we all want to say we love you. We love you. We love you so much. And it's such an honor to celebrate with you. And as I was reflecting on what I could possibly say, I remember when God called me to come on a mission trip to Canada, and we had a little orientation meeting. And I was going to meet the guy that was hosting this trip. And all of a sudden, he started talking about feathers coming down from heaven. He started talking about this gold stuff. And I looked at somebody and I said, what kind of trip have I signed up for? I mean, I was scared. I was scared. And I said, well, I signed up for it now. Little did I know it was the first journey that was going to drastically affect the course of my life. At that time, I was 33 years old. Oh, sounds like Jesus. And I had no idea that God was calling me somewhere so cold. Talk about dying to self. But I remember when I went on that one mission trip, and then God called me here later. But when I got off of the plane and my roommate picked me up from the airport, she said, wow, what happened to you? She could feel this shift in my life. And she looked at me and she said, you're going to Canada. I mean, this is like less than 10 minutes in the car when she picked me up in Florida. And I looked at her, and she was prophetic. She was prophesying because that was my destiny. That was my destiny. And when I graduated from Bible school a number of months later, June 1st, 2003, I came here. And yes, hallelujah. And I remember praying that the Lord would give me spiritual brothers because I had been hurt a lot in my life by men. And my relationships with men were at best distant, and at worst, they were emotionally harmful and damaging to me. And so when I came, I didn't know that God was going to do something very special. He was going to give me a spiritual father. And I remember the day that Dr. Russ, he told me where I was going to live, where I was going to stay, what my hours were, and what this was and what that was. And I said, oh, my Lord. I have put my life under the control of this man. What have I done? But then I learned that I could trust him. And slowly, over time, God showed me that I could trust him. And he was a man of integrity. And yes, sometimes he hurt me. He challenged me. He loved me. I can say, as many others in this room, that I would not be the same woman that I am today if I had not answered the call of God to be a spiritual daughter of Dr. Russ. And I am very, very blessed and very grateful, very grateful. And I am grateful because you prepared me for this one. I had to learn how to love, and I saw this marriage up close and personal. As you know, I lived with Dr. Russ and Pastor May for over 8 years. And when I was a little girl, my parents were, I would say their marriage was challenging. And I thought, once you hit menopause, marriage goes down. But you know what? They taught me, because I lived with them when they were in their 50s, that their marriage was incredibly beautiful and that I could look forward to being married to the one that God was going to send me. And he certainly sent me a great one. Thank you, Dr. Russ. I love you very much. I love you.
Well, when I married my wife, and then Dr. Russ sat me down, and it was like the father talk, and I'm sitting there. If Dr. Russ gives you the father talk about his daughter, you sit there and you nod, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. But Dr. Russ, you have been a father to me too. You've been a father. My own dad had his challenges. I'm not here to trash my dad. I love him very much. But he had many challenges, very, very rough edges. And your humble heart, the humility that you walk in, and I see you, the man with the message is the same. I've seen that. And if I'm half the man that you are, I'll be doing okay. I appreciate you, and I love you.